To be safe around electricity, here are some things to be aware of. Electricity from power lines can jump to nearby objects, like that ladder, so stay at least 10 feet away. There are wires behind those walls. Use a cable detector so you don't find them by surprise. And remember, many electrical lines are underground. Call 811 to locate them before you dig, and everything will turn out just rosy. Get more safety tips today at beawareeverywhere.com.
Calling all gamers. If you have a Fiber Gaming Network account, get ready for a month packed with tournaments, community game nights, and more. We've got all your favorite games: Super Smash Bros., Fortnite, Minecraft, Mario Kart 8, Fall Guys, Halo Infinite, Rocket League, Street Fighter 6, and Apex Legends. Our first event of the month is a Super Smash Bros. Tournament on November 4th, so go ahead and get registered for that today. And don't miss the live streams all month for your chance to snag some awesome giveaways. Create your account and join the fun at fibergamingnetwork.com today.
Side plank on the left side. Bring the left hand at the center of the mat and open the right arm up. Let's open the right leg behind the left calf into the wild plank.
Looking for TV that's a little less shocking? My Bundle can help. Just save your streaming services, discover entertaining educational kids content that you already have access to, then add them to your My Bundle watch list for later. For screen time you can both feel good about. Get started by creating your free My Bundle profile today.
Hunters, there are plenty of perfectly good trees, so don't put stands on utility poles. And never put decoys on overhead lines or shoot toward them. Get more tips at beawareeverywhere.com. To be safe around electricity, here are some things to be aware of. Electricity from power lines can jump to nearby objects, like that ladder, so stay at least 10 feet away. There are wires behind those walls. Use a cable detector so you don't find them by surprise. And remember, many electrical lines are underground. Call 811 to locate them before you dig, and everything will turn out just rosy. Get more safety tips today at beawareeverywhere.com.
Calling all gamers. If you have a Fiber Gaming Network account, get ready for a month packed with tournaments, community game nights, and more. We've got all your favorite games: Super Smash Bros., Fortnite, Minecraft, Mario Kart 8, Fall Guys, Halo Infinite, Rocket League, Street Fighter 6, and Apex Legends. Our first event of the month is a Super Smash Bros. Tournament on November 4th, so go ahead and get registered for that today. And don't miss the live streams all month for your chance to snag some awesome giveaways. Create your account and join the fun at fibergamingnetwork.com today.
Side plank on the left side. Bring the left hand at the center of the mat and open the right arm up. Let's open the right leg behind the left calf into the wild thing.
Looking for TV that's a little less shocking? My Bundle can help. Just save your streaming services, discover entertaining educational kids content that you already have access to, then add them to your My Bundle watch list for later, for screen time you can both feel good about. Get started by creating your free My Bundle profile today.
Hunters, there are plenty of perfectly good trees, so don't put stands on utility poles. And never put decoys on overhead lines or shoot toward them. Get more tips at beawareeverywhere.com. To be safe around electricity, here are some things to be aware of. Electricity from power lines can jump to nearby objects, like that ladder, so stay at least 10 feet away. There are wires behind those walls. Use a cable detector so you don't find them by surprise. And remember, many electrical lines are underground. Call 811 to locate them before you dig, and everything will turn out just rosy. Get more safety tips today at beawareeverywhere.com.
Calling all gamers. If you have a Fiber Gaming Network account, get ready for a month packed with tournaments, community game nights, and more. We've got all your favorite games: Super Smash Bros., Fortnite, Minecraft, Mario Kart 8, Fall Guys, Halo Infinite, Rocket League, Street Fighter 6, and Apex Legends. Our first event of the month is a Super Smash Bros. Tournament on November 4th, so go ahead and get registered for that today. And don't miss the live streams all month for your chance to snag some awesome giveaways. Create your account and join the fun at fibergamingnetwork.com today.
Side plank on the left side. Bring the left hand at the center of the mat and open the right arm up. Let's open the right leg behind the left calf into the wild thing.
Looking for TV that's a little less shocking? My Bundle can help. Just save your streaming services, discover entertaining educational kids content that you already have access to, then add them to your My Bundle watch list for later, for screen time you can both feel good about. Get started by creating your free My Bundle profile today.
Hunters, there are plenty of perfectly good trees, so don't put stands on utility poles. And never put decoys on overhead lines or shoot toward them. Get more tips at beawareeverywhere.com. To be safe around electricity, here are some things to be aware of. Electricity from power lines can jump to nearby objects, like that ladder, so stay at least 10 feet away. There are wires behind those walls. Use a cable detector so you don't find them by surprise. And remember, many electrical lines are underground. Call 811 to locate them before you dig, and everything will turn out just rosy. Get more safety tips today at beawareeverywhere.com.
Calling all gamers. If you have a Fiber Gaming Network account, get ready for a month packed with tournaments, community game nights, and more. We've got all your favorite games: Super Smash Bros., Fortnite, Minecraft, Mario Kart 8, Fall Guys, Halo Infinite, Rocket League, Street Fighter 6, and Apex Legends. Our first event of the month is a Super Smash Bros. Tournament on November 4th, so go ahead and get registered for that today. And don't miss the live streams all month for your chance to snag some awesome giveaways. Create your account and join the fun at fibergamingnetwork.com today.
Side plank on the left side. Bring the left hand at the center of the mat and open the right arm up. Let's open the right leg behind the left calf into the wild thing.
Looking for TV that's a little less shocking? My Bundle can help. Just save your streaming services, discover entertaining educational kids content that you already have access to, then add them to your My Bundle watch list for later, for screen time you can both feel good about. Get started by creating your free My Bundle profile today.
Hunters, there are plenty of perfectly good trees, so don't put stands on utility poles. And never put decoys on overhead lines or shoot toward them. Get more tips at beawareeverywhere.com. To be safe around electricity, here are some things to be aware of. Electricity from power lines can jump to nearby objects, like that ladder, so stay at least 10 feet away. There are wires behind those walls. Use a cable detector so you don't find them by surprise. And remember, many electrical lines are underground. Call 811 to locate them before you dig, and everything will turn out just rosy. Get more safety tips today at beawareeverywhere.com.
Calling all gamers. If you have a Fiber Gaming Network account, get ready for a month packed with tournaments, community game nights, and more. We've got all your favorite games: Super Smash Bros., Fortnite, Minecraft, Mario Kart 8, Fall Guys, Halo Infinite, Rocket League, Street Fighter 6, and Apex Legends. Our first event of the month is a Super Smash Bros. Tournament on November 4th, so go ahead and get registered for that today. And don't miss the live streams all month for your chance to snag some awesome giveaways. Create your account and join the fun at fibergamingnetwork.com today.
Side plank on the left side. Bring the left hand at the center of the mat and open the right arm up. Let's open the right leg behind the left calf into the wild thing.
Looking for TV that's a little less shocking? My Bundle can help. Just save your streaming services, discover entertaining educational kids content that you already have access to, then add them to your My Bundle watch list for later, for screen time you can both feel good about. Get started by creating your free My Bundle profile today.
Call the business meeting to order of Coastal Electric Power Association Annual Meeting 2023. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone for coming out tonight, especially since Picayune and Hancock are playing football in about an hour. So I know we've got a few things to tell y'all tonight, but ultimately we're going to get y'all out of here, get to the end for those big prizes. And if anybody wants to make that game, we'll get you there. The board has designated me to be the chairman of this meeting, and if there is no objection, I will appoint Samantha Cooley as recording secretary. And that's so ordered. At this time, I will call on Coast Electric and Coast Connect board member Gordon Redd for the invocation and pledge. Mr. Gordon.
Would you please stand with me? Please bow with me. Most holy and righteous Father, we just thank you so much for all you do for us, for not only creating us and giving us these beautiful days and the scenery and just nature that we can enjoy, but to be able to develop the human beings the way you have, Father, where we're unique in many ways, and so we can share our uniqueness with each other and make it like a chain where we can be strong together. And we just thank you so much for those in this room that helps us be strong, helps this company to be strong. We ask and pray you'll be with them and help our members and care for them, keep them under your wing. We pray especially for our employees. They go through some very strenuous things, whether it's around our plant here or it's up in the air or it's in someone's territory doing right-of-way. They're just stressed many times, and we just ask and pray you'll watch over them as they serve our members, and they do so in such a grand fashion. And we're so proud of them for the honor and for the loyalty that they have to this company and our members. Father, we pray for this nation. We ask and pray you'll help us to put you first in our lives, to show others where our hearts and our desires should be. But while we're praying for this nation, we want to pray for Israel and for the Ukraine, for people who are oppressed and attacked. Please help them through all this, dear God. If there's ways that we can help them through either this organization, through our churches, through other organizations, please help us to be free and willing to help these people who live in an area that we can't even understand sometimes because we live in such comfort. We thank you so much for your Son. It's in his name I pray, amen. Amen. Would you please join me? The flag is to your right, my left. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mr. Redd. The total registrants for tonight's meeting by proxies 10,082, by SEPA members 77, for a grand total of 10,263, which does give us a quorum and allows us to conduct the business of this meeting. If there is no objection, I will call for registration to serve as roll call, and that's so ordered. And at this time, I'll entertain a motion to dispense with the reading of the notice of the meeting and the minutes of the annual meeting held November the 3rd, 2022. Do I have such motion? Got a motion? Got a second? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you very much. It is now my distinct and great honor to introduce our board of directors. These are my bosses. Couldn't ask for better people to work with on a daily basis. From Hancock County, and by the way, I'm going to ask them to stand, and if you would, hold your applause until everyone has been recognized. From Hancock County, Gil Arsenault, James Baldry, who's the board vice chair, Paul Guichet. From Harrison County, Terry Eaton, Chuck Lopez, who's our secretary treasurer, and Gordon Redd. From Pearl River County, Richard Dossett, Frank McClinton, and Douglas Mooney, our board chairman. The board attorney is Peter Abide. Please give them a round of applause. We're also honored tonight to have some members of our Coast Connect board as well. If you would also hold your applause until all have been recognized. This year's chairman of Coast Connect is Gordon Redd. Vice Chairman Paul Guichet. Yeah, y'all please stand. Secretary Frank McClinton. We also have Gail Kroll. There's Miss Gail. We have Miles Sharp. I don't believe Miles was able to make it tonight. Ross Watkins. Thank you, Ross. And Micah Niecase. And their board attorney is Wilson Eaton. Y'all please give them a round of applause. We do have some special guests in the room tonight. We have some elected officials. And I would just ask that if I miss any elected official, if you would please just, throw your hand up and tell us who you are in case I can't see you if this light's a little bright. We have Judge Michael Dickinson, Youth Court Judge, County Court Judge from Harrison County. Thank you, Judge. Y'all can give him a round of applause. We have former Judge Jay Lagasse from Hancock County. Back here, Judge, thank you very much. We have former Cooperative Energy CEO and also former board attorney for Coast Electric. That's Jim Compton. Mr. Compton, right over here. Thank you, Jim. Did I miss any elected officials in the room? Okay, seeing none, at this time I would like all veterans to please rise so that we can honor your service as we come into Veterans Day. Y'all please give these folks a big round of applause. Thank you for your service, folks. At this time, I would like to give recognition to the Advisory and Community Trust Committee. Please ask that you stand and please hold your applause until all are recognized. We have from Hancock County, Blake Travis. We have from Hancock County, Ronnie Breland and Dwayne Wilson. From Harrison County, we have Valerie Underwood, Patrick Dennis, Fred Hoff. From Pearl River County, we have Candace Harper, Caleb Smith, and Cody Cuevas. Please give them a big round of applause. And I know they were doing their work earlier tonight, and our chairman will be giving you some information about that work that they were doing. And it is my distinct pleasure at this time to welcome to the stage your board chairman, Doug Mooney, for his remarks. Mr. Mooney.
Thank you, Ron. Good evening, and thank you for being here tonight. We know you've got other places you could be right now. It's already been mentioned. There is a big football game going on shortly. And we appreciate you choosing to be here with us. We know that co-ops like ours ask more of you than other companies. With most companies, you purchase a product, you use it, you might like it, or you may not. But the purchase is pretty much the beginning and the end of that relationship. In fact, it's not really a relationship, it's a transaction. With Coast Electric, things are a little different. Maybe it's because the product you purchase from us affects just about everything you do. From cooking dinner to taking a shower or decorating your home. And the decorating season is coming up, so you ladies, this is specially mentioned for you, although we normally get caught up in it also. The power you get from us impacts your life every day. I also like to think that things are a little different with Coast Electric because we're a co-op and our business is set up to succeed when you participate. We ask more from you because that's how co-op succeeds. When we work toward a common goal, we all win. Just like at our Operation Roundup program, which was mentioned a little earlier. When we made changes to the program back at the end of 2018, we knew it would be a success because we knew our members would step up to the plate for our community, and you have. Last year, on the night of our annual meeting, we reached a milestone, announced that Operation Roundup, 2 pages stuck together, provided over $1 million in grants and local charities and organizations. And now, tonight, that figure is $1,336,551.06. Let me give you an example of what I've seen these grants do for our community. In Picayune, which I'm a member of the Kiwanis Club, our Kiwanis Club main target is special needs children and adults also. The club applied for and received a grant so we could purchase a swing for Friendship Park for children who use wheelchairs. Now every child who comes to the park can play on the swings with their friends. They have access to a space that they didn't before because a bunch of us decided that giving a little extra every month would be worth it. I can't imagine a better way to spend my spare change, can you? Because you have all chosen to use your blessings to bless others, we are making a real impact in our community. I'm proud of that, and I hope you are too. Part of Operation Roundup is our Share Your Blessings program. It's been around for a while, but since Operation Roundup came, it's got a lot better. Share Your Blessings is administered by Catholic Charities of South Mississippi and funded by your Operation Roundup contributions. In 2022, more than 400 families benefited from this program, receiving nearly $100,000 in energy assistance to help pay the light bills that they could not afford. As you all know, with the heat we experienced this summer, our energy bills spiked. I know mine did, contrary to what some people think that directors get theirs paid free. It doesn't happen. Share Your Blessings was more important than ever to our friends and neighbors this year, and your contributions are appreciated. I can't imagine a better endeavor of helping others, and that's what you do when you participate in Operation Roundup. Helping others is part of the foundation of any cooperative. We are guided by cooperative principles, which include things like showing concern for our community, educating our members, and helping other co-ops. An example of this, I want to take a moment to thank our crew members who left the comfort of their homes to help restore service to members of Tri-County Electric in Florida after Hurricane Idalia. We know it's never easy to leave your families, but we appreciate your dedication to bringing light and hope back to a devastated community. It's important work, and you never hesitate to help. Let's give them a round of applause. I know when we've had hurricanes in the past, we welcomed help from other co-ops, and without it, we'd have been in a lot of trouble. There are a few other cooperative principles that serve as our North Star, and those are things like democratic member control and members' economic participation. That means, in a nutshell, that you get to vote on your board leadership, which is why you are here tonight, and that you contribute to the capital of your co-op. Because we are a co-op and not-for-profit entity, that means that part of that capital is allocated and returned to you in the form of capital credits each December. I'm pleased to announce tonight that we will be returning $6,088,374 to our members in early December. I like to think of it as an early Christmas gift. And I have got a few calls wanting to know where their check was. So it's like when you give a Christmas bonus for employees, once you start it, you can't stop it. Thanks to all of you for being here tonight, and to those watching the meeting online. We appreciate your support of Coast Electric and Coast Connect. Our job as board members is to represent you and your interests. And I'll add this as not part of the text, but I can speak for the other board members. We do not take our job lightly. We do have to make some pretty tough decisions sometimes. So, but every one of the board members are dedicated. They spend a lot more time than probably you would imagine. We appreciate the faith that you have in us to do that and to make this co-op and our community is a better place to live. We're always here to listen. I don't know how many members realize, but Coast Electric is the largest co-op in the state of Mississippi. We're approaching 90,000 meters right now. Pretty good size. Thank you for coming, and God bless you all.
What a tough act to follow. Thank you, Mr. Mooney. I really am very blessed to be able to work with such an outstanding group of men and women that lead the Coast Electric and Coast Connect boards. It makes this job so much more enjoyable when you get to work with people of that caliber. So again, welcome everyone. I am Ron Barnes. I am the president and CEO of Coast Electric and Coast Connect, our internet subsidiary. Really glad to see everybody here tonight. We want to welcome those that are watching online as well. And that's something we started doing a few years back. And we want to bring our message about the co-op to as many of our members as possible. Your participation in this meeting and our voting process is what keeps this co-op moving forward. It's always a pleasure to meet you all and talk about what's been going on at your co-op over the last 12 months. As CEO, I like the opportunity to brag about the amazing team of people who serve you and that I get to work with every day. And quite frankly, there's a lot to brag about. But I do want to take the first few moments of my talk tonight to talk about a serious issue for the electric industry, and that's energy demand and capacity. We've become a more electrified society, which means energy demand is steadily increasing. When we increase demand, we must be sure to have the resources to meet that demand, and that's becoming more of a challenge. As you've seen over the past few years, there's a strain on our nation's electric grid. It's not uncommon anymore to hear about forced generation outages, more commonly referred to as rolling blackouts. These outages are becoming more common when extreme temperatures drive energy demand. And we saw this past summer, how extreme heat affects your energy use. Our members saw some of the highest bills they've ever received in July and August. And it wasn't because the rates went up, but it was because air conditioning units were having to work twice as hard to cool your homes, therefore causing higher bills. Thankfully, our members did not experience any of those forced generation outages this summer, and in fact, Coast Electric has never had to be a forced blackout, a rolling blackout. But it is a rising concern for our country, and that's something we need to be aware of. Now, what is Coast Electric doing about that? Well, our operations team and the folks at our G&T, which is Cooperative Energy, have plans in place to reduce the likelihood of that impact on you, our members. But our country needs a solid energy plan that can meet the needs of all its residents. And unfortunately, we have all felt the impact of inflation. and cost for everything have increased over the last 3 years. I mean, I don't have to tell y'all, you feel the pinch when you go to the grocery store, and our business has not been immune as well. Effective January 2024, our members will see increases of approximately 4 to 6% on your electric bills due to the increased cost of power and also the material and equipment that we have to purchase to be able to deliver service to you. It's not only a matter of cost going up, folks, but it's a matter of if you can get those materials. For the first time in our history, I believe that we may actually have to start telling new developers it may be 4 to 5 to 6 months before we can put in new services for them. We haven't gotten there yet, but we're getting very close because of the supply chain that continues to be a problem in America. And because of these important issues, and they're important to all Americans, including you as co-op members, it's one of the reasons that we participate in the Co-ops a Vote program, a nonpartisan effort to encourage rural Americans to vote, not just in national elections, but local ones too. We hope that just like you've exercised your right tonight to vote for your directors, you will do the same in local, state, and national elections. It's important that our local elected officials and state officials know that these issues affect constituents. And I would just implore you, please, on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, go out and vote for the candidate of your choice, because that's the only way we can really make any change. Our mission is to provide our members with safe, reliable, and affordable electricity, and we have ongoing projects that are helping us to do just that. For several years, our engineering and operations teams have been working to upgrade our system capacity. This year, we've made great strides on this project and are now over 60% complete. And listen, we know that planned outages are an inconvenience, but we are working hard to improve our electric system for years to come. And we also began construction on a new substation in what we're calling South Diamond Head. It's right behind Rouse's. That is going to strengthen our reliability for the Diamond Head residents. And the good news is that substation will be coming online in January of 2024. Another piece of our mission is improving the quality of life for our community and providing superior service. Superior service doesn't only refer to electric service, but also how you as members are treated and valued. We are proud of our member satisfaction survey numbers, and we know that we want to continue to have those great numbers, and to improve them, we have to continually work to be innovative and offer programs and services that improve your lives. This year, we started sending emails to members that give you more information about your energy use. One email comes at the midpoint of the billing cycle and estimates what your bill will be at the current month, end of the current month, provided that your energy consumption stays consistent. The other email you might receive comes only if your bill is significantly higher or lower than your previous bills. And this email tells you how things like weather, days, and your billing cycle and other factors affected your energy consumption and costs. I believe that knowledge is power, and providing you with knowledge and the tools about how to manage your use will make you more invested and also will impact your costs, and hopefully in a positive way. Besides these emails, we also have a new website that's a great resource, and it's got lots of tools on it to help you manage your energy use. The site was redesigned to help you easily find tools like our interactive calculators and information about programs like time of use. Currently, and we're very, very proud of this, we have about 30,000 of the Coast Electric members are taking advantage of time of use rate. And they're seeing a savings of over 12% annually on their electric bills. If you want to learn about the time of use rate and you're not on it already, I encourage you to visit coastelectric.coop, or if you look around the room tonight, all the folks in red, any of them will be happy to sign you up before you leave the building tonight. Ultimately, helping our members save is what our mission is, and that's to provide reliable, affordable electric service. Another part of our mission is to improve the economy and quality of life of our communities. Our staff works with Generation and Transmission Cooperative Energy, as well as the electric cooperatives of Mississippi, to showcase the benefits of bringing businesses to rural areas we serve. Projects at our local ports, growth and job training programs at our community colleges, and businesses like the new Buc-ee's that's coming in, they help bring jobs to our area, economic stability, and more opportunity for everyone on the coast. Our high-speed internet subsidiary, Coast Connect, also impacts economic development. When businesses choose new sites, they want to know that there is reliable internet service and a connected workforce. Coast Connect means more opportunities for us all, whether it's job development and growth, distance education. Our world-class internet service means that you can compete here just like you can anywhere else in the nation. With Coast Connect, businesses can experience the benefits of a workforce that is driven, committed, and now connected. And the good news I have to share tonight, for those of you that were in the room when we started this, we call it a project still. It is a standalone business now. But we projected that we would be able to get to all of our members in 6 years. And I'm really, really proud to say tonight that we are very far ahead of schedule, which is very exciting. In fact, we've covered all of Hancock County, all of Pearl River County, and I would say about 3/4 of Harrison County now. But that also creates a lot more activity. So this year we staffed a new call center to help alleviate call wait times for Coast Electric members and Coast Connect subscribers. We're also using a new system for Coast Connect sign-ups, billing, and payments. And this system provides more information to our potential subscribers during construction and streamlines our process. At this point, we have connected over 17,000. And in fact, I would tell you, we're a lot closer to 18,000 connected than we are 17,000 homes and businesses with high-speed internet service. And what makes us most proud of those numbers is that most of those people had no options for fast, reliable internet service until Coast Connect came along. Being able to connect rural Mississippians and bring them opportunities for work, telemedicine, school, and entertainment is what keeps pushing us toward our goal of offering all members world-class broadband service that they deserve. And you know, when you take service with Coast Electric, you're a member. When you take service from Coast Connect, you're doing business with your neighbors. You're not doing business with a company from out of state. You're doing it with people that live right here in our community. I often do get questions, though, about how and if Coast Connect affects Coast Electric's bottom line. So I want to take a few minutes to show you how both companies are doing financially and how Coast Connect will have a positive impact on Coast Electric costs in the future. And the most important aspect of that relationship of Coast Electric to Coast Connect is that we keep a clear line to ensure that Coast Connect stands on its own and, in fact, contributes greatly to the improvement of the electric system. So first, let's take a look at total assets. As you can see on this bar graph, on December 31st, 2022, Coast Electric and its subsidiary had total consolidated assets exceeding $550 million. And now utility plant, which are the poles, wires, substations, fiber, that accounts for 72% of those total assets. Next, let's look at member equity. Here you can see how member equity has grown from $140 million in 2012 to over $220 million at the end of 2022. Returning patronage capital is one of the most important and tangible benefits of being served by an electric cooperative. Coastal Electric has retired, and listen, get this number, over $93 million of equity in the form of capital credits to its members through the year 2022, which includes the retirement that Mr. Mooney announced tonight. And that's over $84 million of operating margins returned and $9 million of G&T margins returned. And again, checks will be mailed to eligible members in mid-December. Next, this pie chart shows the breakdown of $1 of revenue that is received by Coastal Electric. As you can see, 65 cents of every dollar we collect goes to pay for purchased power. So out of every dollar that you send us, we send 65 cents of it to pay for the power that we distribute to you. Total operating revenue for 2022 was over $234 million. This slide shows a comparison of financial condition between 2022 and 2012. You will notice that kilowatt hour sales have increased approximately 13%, or 207 million kilowatt hours, and revenue has grown by 16% over that 10-year period. But I think what maybe is most impressive to me is the average number of meters over that 10-year period has grown by over 16,000. You know, you heard Mr. Mooney say, we're the biggest in the state. We're becoming one of the biggest co-ops in the nation. So finally, I want to thank each and every one of you for your attendance here tonight. I believe that what we do here is important because it touches your lives and really so much of what everyone does in their daily life. It's a responsibility that we're proud to take on because we believe it improves your life and our community. Thanks for allowing us the opportunity to do so. Thank you. So as a cooperative, we operate by certain principles. Two of these principles are a concern for our community that we serve and education. One of the ways we show our commitment to these principles is through our youth leadership program. This program gives high school juniors throughout our service territory the chance to learn more about cooperatives and the political process. Students who are selected have a unique opportunity to meet with other young leaders from across the state at a leadership workshop in Jackson, and they get to spend a week in the summer touring around Washington, D.C. Coastal Electric selected 4 exceptional students to participate in the Youth Leadership Program. And I'm honored to say that we have 2 of those students that could be here tonight. And that is Landon Blake from West Harrison High School and Lindsay Holloway from Gulfport High School. And they're going to come up now and share their experiences. Please come to the stage. And y'all give them a round of applause.
I'm Landon Blake from West Harrison. I would like to thank all the members for providing me with this opportunity. This was a wonderful experience to be able to go to our nation's capital and see all the history there and meeting with our representatives and senators and stuff like that, and really getting more involved in the political process and being able to really humanize these people and see the impact that they have, along with the importance of understanding the history of our nation. So once again, I would just like to thank the members and everyone who has provided us with this opportunity, because Without this, I don't know if I would have ever been able to make it to our nation's capital. So thank you.
On these trips, I got to meet so many amazing people and learn so many new leadership skills that I take to Gulfport High School and use throughout many of my organizations and clubs. I would like to thank Coastal Electric for letting me experience this opportunity and gain so many new skills.
I think we're safe with young people like this as the future leaders of America. So give them another round of applause. Great job. All right, before we go on, I want to make sure that, because my board chairman said, did you say 46%? 4 to 6. So I just want to make sure I'm very clear about that. But remember, if you sign up for time of use, you can save on average over 12%. So you actually gain money if you get on time of use. All right, it is our honor at this time to introduce our Nominating and Credentials Committee. And I would ask that they stand to be recognized, and please hold your applause until all have been recognized. From Hancock County, Francis W. Adams, Louis P. Miller Sr., David Malley. David's here somewhere. Harrison County, Tom Williams. Judge Michael Dickinson. Linda Bird. From Pearl River County, Darrell Jones. There's Darrell. James C. Sones Jr. and Carrie Don Welch. I don't know if they were able to make it or not. So y'all please give them a round of applause and thank them for their service. Thank you. All right, I would ask at this time, Board Attorney Peter Abad come to the podium to present the Nominating Committee report. Peter?
Coastal Electric is authorized to provide exclusive electric service in the counties of Hancock, Harrison, and Pearl River County. Each county is broken into 3 positions, with 1 director serving on the Coastal Electric Board from each position. Each year at the annual meeting, you members elect 1 member from each of the 3 counties. This year, you're electing directors from position 3. Pursuant to the association bylaws, we have a nominating committee which is appointed each year with the obligation to consider nominees for director election. The job of our committee members is to put the effort in and the time to ensure a good slate of candidates serves as member representatives of the cooperative. Pursuant to the association bylaws, the nominating committee first met on July 12, 2023 to consider the nominations for position 3, Hancock, Harrison, Pearl River County. Order of business was a chairman was nominated and duly elected, that being Judge Michael Dickinson, and a secretary was nominated and elected, that being Louis Miller Sr. CEO Ron Barnes gave the committee a State of the Cooperative report, and after the meeting, a resolution was passed by the committee commending the employees, staff, and directors. Pursuant to the bylaws, the nominating committee also serves as a credentials committee to pass upon all questions that arise with respect to the proxies and the registration and qualifications of any members, in person or in proxy, and to count all the ballots cast in the election of the board of directors, and to rule upon the effect of any ballots or proxies that are irregular at this meeting. This afternoon at 4:30, the Credentials Committee met today and reviewed the report that was prepared by Survey and Ballots, Inc., an independent auditing company. On motion duly made, seconded, and unanimously carried, the committee reports there are a total of 10,239 proxies returned, and that meets the quorum requirement of at least 10%. Out of those numbers, 276 were irregularly marked, unsigned, or otherwise deemed insufficient, leaving a total of 9,963 proxies certified by the committee. This still met the quorum requirement as valid proxies. This now allows the directors of Coastal Electric to vote those members' proxies in the election of those board members who are up for re-election. Those board members are from Hancock County, Paul Guichet, from Harrison County, Gordon Redd, and from Pearl River County, Doug Mooney. This concludes the Nominating and Credentials Committee report.
All right, you've heard the report of the nominating committee. At this time, I will entertain a motion to elect the candidates by acclamation. I've got a motion. Do I have a second? Got a second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, I look forward to working with you for another 3 years. Y'all please give them a round of applause. Do we have any unfinished business or new business that anybody would like to cover? I do have a question before we go into questions. I'm going to ask you a question before you get to ask me one. Just by show of hands, do you like the fact that we moved this up by 30 minutes to 6 o'clock? Do y'all like that? Okay. Does anybody hate it? Throw your hand up if you'd rather it be at 6:30. All right, Melissa, that looks like a pretty scientific result right there. Yeah, we just felt like it was better, especially this time of year. We're about to go into daylight savings time is going to end. It's already getting dark outside. So even moving it up that 30 minutes, we just wanted to make sure that it didn't affect anyone being able to get here. Now, I've asked my questions. Does anybody have any questions for me? Yes, sir, back in the back. Uncollected revenue, what did you say, 10 million? Okay. Johnny, can you hear what he's saying? Because I'm having trouble hearing it. Thank you. I'm sorry, I just could not hear the question, but great question, and I believe our CFO handled it well. Yeah, that we will receive that. It's really just a timing issue, but great question. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm going to repeat your question, then I'm going to answer it. Her question was, can we get the bill, all the charges broken down? I will tell you the way we're handling that currently, and I'm not saying it's the best way or the only way we'll do it. But currently, if you go out to our website, we've got a calculator for every bill every rate that we have. In that calculator, you can go in and you can put in all of your things that are specific to you. How many days you were billed in the month, and then it will actually tell you every single charge that you have. So it's a way that you get exactly what you're looking for. It's not actually on the bill itself. The reason we hadn't put it on the bill, at least in the most recent future when we looked at it, was we had trouble getting everything on the bill that we were using. So we will look at that again. But if you want to see that for now, it is available, and it's at coastelectric.coop. And then there's a place called Bill Calculators. If you're on TOU, go to the TOU rate calculator. And then you put the information in, and it will tell you every single thing that you're paying for, which really mostly is just the days. And let me just say this, it does, disclaimer at the bottom, it does say that some things are not included in that, like security lights and things like that. But point well taken, ma'am, and thank you for bringing that to my attention. Anything else? Okay, the daily charge, great question. What this member's asking is, what is the daily charge for? Quite simply, that is what we call a daily charge. And what that is used for is for basically all of the things that we need to be able to operate the business. That's trucks, that's buildings, and poles and wire and those sort of things. And then what you're also paying in your bill is for energy. So really what we're doing is we're saying 65 cents out of every dollar is going to our G&T, and then we're taking that daily charge and we're putting that on to cover the basic expenses of running the day-to-day operations of the cooperative. And it has gone up over the years, but each time we've gone up on the fixed charge or the daily charge, we've lowered the kilowatt hour charge to try to make it revenue neutral. Great question. Any others? Yes, ma'am.
I just want to ask, if you have already signed up the time of use, say you signed up in the summertime.
Yes, ma'am.
Now that we're getting into the winter, do you have to re-sign up each time?
No, ma'am. Great question. Once you sign up for time of use, you are signed up until you tell us you want to come off. However, it is critically important that come November the 1st, you realize that the peak hours are now 6 to 8 a.m. And then when you go back around to April the 1st, it moves to 3 to 6 p.m. So all we're trying to do with that is lower the amount of usage in our peak, which is when we pay the most for electricity. But great question. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am? Where do you live, ma'am? Picayune? If you live in Picayune, we can get you signed up. There's gentlemen in the back corner of the room tonight. They can get you signed up tonight and could probably have you service in a day or two. How about that? All right. Y'all hear that, guys at Coast Connect back there? Put you under a lot of pressure now. All right, anything else before we get to the big prizes? All right, seeing none, I just want to thank y'all. I want to thank you for your input. That's exactly what we like to hear. We will take every bit of that under advisement and see if we can address those things. We hope that you'll come back out again next year. Thank you for your membership. And those of you that are Coast Connect subscribers, thank you for being a Coast Connect subscriber. And just remember, you're paying basically yourself because Coast Electric owns Coast Connect. So Janelle, y'all ready? All right, we've got 3 big prizes I know to give away. And I'm gonna remind you, even if she may do this too, but I'm gonna remind you, if you won a prize earlier tonight, your name is back in for the big prizes.
So now we're drawing for the $250 energy credit. And the winner is Marilyn Sefton. Sorry, y'all. The $500 energy credit goes to James P. Manning. Congratulations. Now, before I announce the $1,000 energy credit winner, as Ron mentioned, for those of you who did win energy credits this evening, that will be credited to your next monthly electric bill. Also, for all of those who have received a credit or a gift this evening, we love to get your picture after the meeting, so if you can come to the front of the stage for a photograph, we would appreciate that. And now, for the $1,000 energy credit winner, Miss Teresa Wilson. In the back left. Congratulations to all of you. We're done. So Boss Man says we're done. So you all, thank you for coming. Have a safe trip home, and we'll see you next year, if not sooner.